Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another banger for you guys. Today, we're talking about the Emirate Cup standings. And for the next 2-3 weeks, we're going to do this once a week after those Friday games. So let's go over these standings right now. Let's go over the Friday's top winners, and let's go for it, right? On Friday, you had the Cleveland Cavaliers. Our Cavaliers played the Pacers. They would win 120-109, led by Donovan Mitchell, who had 32 points and 9 boards. As we know, the Pacers are a struggling team right now without Tyrese Halliburton. They can't find a way to get the job done, so we're just going to breeze by that one. The Nets beat the Celtics 113-105, with Michael Porter Jr. putting on an absolute clinic with 33 points and 8 rebounds. The Celtics, they're currently at the bottom of the standings, not only in the cup sense, but also as regular season as well. At the bottom, you got the Pacers, you got the Celtics, and you got Dallas as well. So those are all the bottom of the barrel teams right now. They're averaging the least amount of points, and even though the Celtics have one of the top defenses in the league, they just can't find a way to score the ball right now. If you look at it currently, the Celtics record is 9-8 right now, so not getting the job done in any way, shape, or form. I believe the Pacers are 2-15. Yep, they're 2-15, and then Dallas themselves are 3-15, if I'm not mistaken. You have Dallas. Yep, at 5-13. Excuse me, they are 5-13. So as season rankings wise, you got those bottom of the barrel teams. The Raptors, who currently just clinched the first spot into the NBA Cup, they just beat the Wizards 140-110 to secure that spot. Toronto is currently 3-0 in the tournament with wins over the Cavs, Atlanta, and Washington. On the offensive side, R.J. Barrett and Brandon Ingram are carrying that offense. They're both averaging 21 points a game to help Toronto outscore their opponents with a point differential of 53 points in total. I just watched the Toronto Raptors play our Cleveland Cavaliers for a regular season game, and it was ugly. Our Cavs could not find a way to get the ball movement, and Toronto was killing us on the boards, killing us. We made Toronto look like the Houston Rockets out there, the way that they was getting rebounds. Toronto averages not that many rebounds a game. How many rebounds do they average a game? Rebounds, they average 41 rebounds a game. And how many did they have against us? They had 51 rebounds per game. That's up there with the highest. That's up there with the highest rebounding team. Houston, they averaged 50 a game. So we just could not find a way to secure the boards. Like, we only had 37 rebounds. But back to the Emirate Cup standings. Raptors, their next game is Friday against the Pacers, who we talked about earlier. They're a struggling team, so that should be an easy win for them. So the Raptors could easily go 4-0 to start the Cup standing. Next up, you got a phenomenal game between the Nuggets and the Rockets. The Nuggets would end up going on top 112-109. Neither of these teams are in a favorable spot for the tournament, but I have a feeling that these teams will see each other play themselves in the playoffs. The Nuggets, they have a high-powered offense, as well as the Rockets with their high-powered offense and rebounding ability. Jokic, he's averaging almost 30 a game. He has a couple games where he has 30, 18, and 13. And you have Sengun and KD. They're averaging nearly 50 points together on 50% shooting and 40% shooting from the three. So their offense is going to mold very well the longer they are together, and the minute they find out that they can get a point guard who can dribble the ball well. I'm currently actually watching the Rockets Phoenix game right now, and the Rockets are looking very scary. But in that game with the Nuggets versus the Rockets, Jokic would lead everybody on the court with 34 points, 10 boards, and 9 assists. Shepard stepped up big with scoring 27 points while shooting 70% from the field and 62% from the three. So I'm glad I've been tapping into these Houston games, getting to see a little bit more of that Reed Shepard action going on, seeing how he gets the game comes to him, and how his ability to find open shots. The Suns would beat the Warriors 114-113, despite Anthony Edwards having 41 points and 4 steals. The Suns would have an excellent day shooting from the three, on 45% shooting on 31 attempts to secure the victory. The Suns are currently in the wild card spot in the West. So, who did the Suns play in the next tournament next Friday? Looks like the Suns are going to play Oklahoma City Thunder. So that's going to be a tough game for the Suns if they can win that game. If they win that game, that'll put them in a very good spot for this tournament. Next up, you got the Thunder. They just beat the Jazz 144 to 112. As we all know, OKC, they're getting the job done on both ends of the floor. Shea, he's putting up 40 points a night. You got OKC with the highest defensive rating of the NBA right now. I believe it's at a 103. Last season, they finished with the #1 defense, and their defensive rating was 109. So they're continuing to make bigger strides in offense, and their best player isn't even playing right now. Well, I'm sorry, their best defensive player is not even playing right now. J-Dub, he's currently out with an injury. He was averaging nearly 2 steals a game and was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. So once J-Dub gets back, it's going to be a big problem. And speaking of the defense of the Thunder carried this team to this victory over the Utah Jazz. The Thunder forced 28 turnovers and gathered 15 steals. Paired with 50 points in the paint, the Thunder continue to show why they are the best team in the NBA and are currently ranked at that top spot. The Thunder sit at the top of the regular season standings and at the top of the NBA Cup standing. The Thunder have gone 10 straight games without allowing a player to score 30 points. So let's get into the conference standings now. As I said earlier, you got Toronto at that first spot. They've secured their spot in the playoffs already. You got Cleveland in that second spot in the Group A with 2-1. Cleveland has wins over Atlanta and somebody else, if I'm not mistaken. You got Detroit with wins over Philly and Brooklyn. And third, you have the Bucks with wins over Chicago and Charlotte. The Bucks would play Miami on Friday for that next game. In the West right now, you got the Thunder at the 1 spot. You have Lakers at the 2 spot. The Lakers have beat the Grizzlies and the Pelicans. Their final 2 games are against the Clippers and Mavericks, so I don't see the Lakers losing either of those games with both of those teams struggling. So Lakers should come out of this tournament 4-0 and get a chance to really win another NBA Cup. If I'm not mistaken, they won the first one with LeBron securing that victory. And then lastly, you got the Blazers in third right now. They are 2-1 in the standing with their only loss. I'm sorry, you got the Blazers 2-1, slightly ahead of Phoenix, but after the final week with the Blazers playing the Kings and Phoenix playing the Thunder, I see the Blazers taking that spot easily from that Phoenix team. And let's look at the schedule, the upcoming schedule for the NBA and where the rankings are. You currently have Houston at Phoenix playing the Cavs and Raptors game just had wrapped up. So Houston is currently in the lead right now. No other pretty good games on tomorrow. You have Atlanta at Washington and Orlando at Philly. But just to kind of segue, I know this is an Emirate Cup video, but just kind of segue into the kind of later videos that we're going to get into. We're going to get into some NCAA men's basketball as well. Right now you have Houston, they just went into an overtime game and would secure the victory. You got Gonzaga at Alabama playing right now. Alabama at that 8th spot, Gonzaga at that 12th spot. And you have Auburn at Oregon. They played today. And then who did Houston play today? That was a pretty good game. Houston played Syracuse. Houston would take the victory 78-74 in overtime with Uzan having 26 points. So stay tapped in. If you guys are tapped into the sports world, if you like college basketball, college football, if you like the NBA, I'll be covering all areas of that. So make sure you guys tap in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for the next one, guys. Appreciate you guys.